So win. Welcome to the ANZAC Super Series in Auckland, New Zealand. Joined with you from Gladrap is Isaac Savage, Mike Angove, and four-time New Zealand heavyweight champ Patrick Mailata. Welcome aboard, buddy. Great to have you here today.
Choice. Yeah, love to be here. It's going to be a great show.
Also, we've got Boxing NZ in association with Boxing Queensland. They've put on a stellar card today, and we're looking forward to see some of New Zealand's best against Australia's best. First up, out of the red corner, we've got Aisea Lealea versus Sunny Teki-Clark there in the blue corner. Both these boys looking ready to go. One from Canterbury there, Patrick. Aisea there, fighting out of the red corner. This is going to be an absolute banger.
Yeah, he looks the shape, and I can't say much or comment on much of him so far because I've never seen him before. But I know Sunny. He's going to use his really good long. He's really long. He's really tall for the weight. So he's going to bring the jabs, I'm guessing.
Seconds out now from round number one. This is a 3x3 minute round bout. 3 minutes being both senior boys, and you know a little bit about Sunny. You've done a bit of sparring with him in the past, or?
Sunny was actually in my division at one point. When I was 2012 Nationals, I fought Sunny in Auckland and beat him, stopped him in the ending of round one.
Yeah, he's got quite a long, tall figure, doesn't he? He just starts off with the jab there, but Aisea just coming straight through, breaking that long reach there of Sunny.
Yeah, I tell you, man, Sunny's got a really quick jab. And I think that's going to be his main weapon here tonight.
Being a similar the shorter fighter in red there, you've got a similar style where you have to close that gap, don't you? You have to come forward, be aggressive, and put them out, like similar to the style of Aisea here in the red.
Yeah, in some ways, but I'm real strategic about what I do. So if I was in his position, I'll feint shots to lower a shot and then probably counter on top of it.
Good work rate from both these boys, and unlike the pro fights, they've really got to put it on straight from the start to take each round, don't they? They can't sort of cruise off and coast off in later rounds. You've got 3 minutes times 3 to really make it count, especially in the judges' eyes.
Exactly. I was just thinking that too, you've got 3 minute rounds and you've got to make it count.
Busy round from both boys, and you can see Aisea is slightly more the aggressive of the two. He's just having to come push forward always against that taller fighter, Sunny.
Yeah.
Good jabs there.
Both fighters here are trying to compete for the dominant foot.
Sunny having that height too. Maybe he might jump up to the same ranks as you someday. But it seems like from back then he's stayed in a sort of shape like Cruiser, and you've moved up a few ranks. Bit of cat and mouse at the moment. We've got we're halfway through round number one, and both boys are putting on a very, very aggressive, busy display at the moment. Nice follow-up there from
the red corner.
You can see Aisea, he's definitely pushing the pace in this, and the judges will be liking that. Sunny just probably needs to turn the gas on a little bit more and double up with that jab, come forward. Just throw a bit more activity. Would you agree on that, Pat?
Oh, definitely. I think he's having more success with his jab and his 1-2s. I think he needs to throw a little more of it. Just
stalking him now, doesn't he? Sunny just walking forward, using that height.
Definitely.
Asea's constantly on the back foot, but he is coming forward too, being the aggressor of the two. But we're starting to see Sunny sort of turn it up now, flip the switch a little and throw out the heat to Lealea there in the red. Body shots there from Lealea. Tyson-esque style as he sort of bobs and weaves, comes forward with that body shot. Ten seconds. Busy round there, Patrick. Hard to call it. I mean, look, we try never to say who's ahead in the rounds, but
yeah, exactly like I said, like both fighters are trying to compete for the dominant foot, and towards the end there, I think Sunny won that competition. What you say?
Oh, and that's the thing. Like in my eyes, I would have slightly edged that forward for the other guy, but it's always good to agree to disagree.
Yeah,
It's interesting too when it comes down to the final clapper. And, the judges always see it different from what we do up here. Sitting in that corner, they might see shots that from their position really counted, really sunk. And how's training going for you, Pat? You're not too far away now, right? You're fighting soon in the next probably couple of weeks?
Yes, in next exactly 2 weeks from now, I'll have my pro debut here at the ABA. And it's going to be exciting. It's exciting times, and I look forward to going pro and doing the.
You know much about your opponent?
Not so much, and for me it doesn't really matter. I'm ready to do what I got to do.
All right, we're cracked straight into round 2 now. Both boys starting to work up a bit of a sweat.
Here we go.
And Sonny coming out a bit more of the aggressor. It's like he's had a bit of a telling too from the corner to say, lift it up, put the pedal to the middle. I want to see a little more activity out of you, Sonny.
Nice. He's really quick on that jab.
Yeah, he's making it hard for Lealea to come forward and close that distance. And then he is moving back after the jabs as well, making it 10 times as hard, when you are that shorter fighter.
Oh, for sure. And Sonny's using that range really well in the beginning of round 2.
Nice hook and then steps away. It's just so hard, too, to close that distance with the reach. Every time he takes a step back, his foot length is, or the steps he takes back are probably twice as long as Aisea's.
Yeah.
Nice body shots there, though, from Aisea. Nice left hook there as he was moving back, and it did clip the chin there of Aisea in the red. I am loving the aggression too from Aisea. Like being a shorter fighter, you've got to come forward like he is, and he's doing everything right.
He's taking the fight too, Sonny. Sonny, I think he needs to keep his range, just stay long. He needs a long range to dominate from the outside.
Just as Sonny started looking quite comfortable, lower guard, relaxing a bit more in his stance, he clipped one. So you can never really take your foot off the gas, in these amateur fights.
Well, you've only got 3 minute rounds to make everything count. Wow, that was a good shot.
Big shot there too. Just as we talked about, you're never taking your foot off the gas. He did get clipped there, didn't he, Pat?
Yeah, he didn't. That was a clean shot. I would not be surprised if this fight does not carry on. Very sharp.
A bit of a look at the ref there, and then got hit as he was coming back. We could sort of see the tables turning now with Sonny coming forward, being the aggressor once again. He sort of starts off slow, and then it really gets into it later in the round.
Yeah.
Body shot there from Sonny. Should be throwing more of those too when he's in the clinch there. It's quite interesting to see that they're both sort of boxing inside the pocket now when Sonny's the taller of the fighters.
He needs to split.
Just as you said that, he pushed him away.
He must be listening.
Oh, beautiful body shot there too from Sonny, but Aisea's not really. We're talking about him using his reach. Maybe Aisea's got such dominant pressure that Sonny is finding it hard to step away and use that reach.
Oh, the red corner's not making it easy. He's bringing the fight to Sonny.
It's one of those rounds too where it's over before you know it. It's always a good sign, right, when you're watching the fight and the clapper goes before you even know it, because just goes to show it's quite an interesting pace right now.
Paying so much attention to the fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest that has joined us this afternoon. His name is Teki-Clark. He's just up the top here with our GladrapChannel guys. And he's also doing some of the MC up there for GladrapChannel.
Special mention for the 4-time super heavyweight champ. We've actually got a couple of celebrities in the house. Patrick Mailata and then Mike Lightning beside me. So quite a stacked round of commentators today for Gladrap.
Oh, good. You've also got David Naika, who's on the main card here tonight.
Sorry, Kara, mate. Just looking at this card, you'd almost. This is worthy of a pay-per-view type boxing card. It's worthy of a main event for sure.
It's a stacked card, and it's a nice short card too. It's straight to the business.
Speaking of that, we're now into round number 3. I'm loving the pace so far from Aisea. He's really pushing that fight, as you said earlier, taking it to Sonny. if Sonny can step up and start pushing the gas, you know, he might be able to win this back. But depends too how the judges are seeing this fight at the moment.
Yeah, well, because we can both agree on that. Like I see us bringing the fight now, and he's been doing well.
And, you know, some of those shots he has been landing have been clean as he's been stepping back. He's just throwing a right hook, nice body shots. But Aisea has certainly been the aggressor of the two coming forward. And he has to be, doesn't he, being the shorter guy?
Yeah.
Oh, just as we said that too, he comes forward. Nice jab there from Aisea in the red. Really taking this fight to Sonny. Aisea, the boy from Wellington, against Sonny Teki-Clark in the blue.
What was that? Is that a cut?
Just a bit of blood from the nose. I'll just give it a bit of a wipe and get back to the action. So 1 minute down, 2 to go. And for what has been the first fight of the afternoon, an absolute banger, Pat. This is a great fight to watch.
That's an amazing start to a night like this. I mean, to an afternoon like this. Nice weather and some good boxing.
Oh, what more could you ask for? Just as you called it earlier too, you said, is this fight going to go the distance? Ref's just giving him a standing 8.
I wouldn't be surprised. You know, Red Corner's packing some heat. Ready. As long as he doesn't hurt himself in the process.
When you were fighting and sparring Sonny, you must have thrown shots like this, or if not harder.
Come again, what was that?
When you were sparring Sonny back in the day, you were throwing heat like this, weren't you? You coming forward, being the aggressor.
Yeah.
Or
I'd be I'm slightly shorter, so I'd box long as well as short. But you know, I do everything that I can to make things work in my favor.
not long to go. Is Sonny going to last this distance, or is Aisea going to close this out before the final bell? Sonny now trying to get out of the distance, get out of the danger zone. Final 10. Who wants this? Who's got it? Asea's moving forward, but Sonny's coming forward now with a couple of jabs of his own. Final shot there. Both boys. What a fight, Pat. I'm not going to call it. Going to let it go to the judges, but that was a fantastic way to start the night.
Oh, mate, that was a great first fight of the night. I feel like the Red Corners has done enough to steal the show.
He was certainly the aggressor of the two. It could have gone either way if Sonny had to step up the gas as well. Did Sonny look any different from when you were fighting him back in the day, or?
Similar. Quick jab, nice footwork. As you could see, he wasn't having much success in the inside, obviously, because of his height and his advantage. But the shorter fighter had on the inside.
And saying that, we're now going to the official decision for what an action-packed 3-rounder that was.
This is amateur at his finest, I say.
Well, there you have it. In the eyes of the judges, they thought those shots were clean, landed, and the winner goes to Sonny Teki-Clark.
Sonny got that.
Yes, he did.